All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Taylor. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get because, remember, he slides when that derriere dips, if you will. That play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. the ground. This is Saquon Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Morris Claiborne makes the play defensively.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Ryan on second down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Gun. Space.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, Taylor. To the right side, complete to Taylor.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Taylor. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first down carry for Barkley. Down right around the 25. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And the Titans getting set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this one left side to Pettis. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Taylor on first down. A dump underneath to Jones. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Taylor. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
From the gun, Taylor. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher if guys trying to get to the football.
Now Taylor to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Muhammad Wilkerson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Third and long, it's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And he's got some space here. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one 28 yards on the ground.
You know, I have to be really happy after that play. The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Yeah, because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punter's asking for. Instead, he's not necessary now.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready to go.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And that might be Titan football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Slow.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A give to Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now taking downfield and punching the end zone without turning it over.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
54, South.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Again, Ryan. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The give is to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded at the 6. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. and they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
3-19. Slow.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Durham Smythe, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Gun!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better.
Ready.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. And he coughed it up. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Taylor will throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Ready. 319. 319.
Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Hey, let's go. Ready.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The Colts on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
21.
Play action. Ryan rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot to speak of. There as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
3 down. 3 down. Right. Kill. Gun.
Now Ryan on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They got 29 yards that time. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
21.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Let's go.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Ryan. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Taylor. Able to shake him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They're going deep here for Taylor. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Z.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Taylor being chased out left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll go with the keeper. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Logan Woodside, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Carry here for their fullback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally, you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
22! 21! Hey, wait.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Hey, Rick Lance. Hey, Tuesday. Let's go.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Out come the Titans now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 51 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Flush to his right. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Taylor. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Oh, left this one out to to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now Ryan on first down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On first down, Ryan. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 57 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Get up!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Durham Smythe, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano out to kick this one away. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Back to throw. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. They'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Indianapolis, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
you.